Yeah. We in this thing, 111 show, episode 26. Thank you to everybody that subscribed, man. We had 253 strong still. We the road to 400. So
Absolutely.
if y'all rocking with us, hit that subscribe button. But yeah, dog, as you can see, college football season is back. And this man jersey I'm wearing right here shocked the world at noon. I see the Michigan. I see the M on you. I see
Big
CeeLo
block
with the
now.
Texans. We shifted ahead a little bit because I knew NFL Thursday was coming up. So yeah, man. But we're gonna get straight into this college talk. The format we're gonna do it for the new viewers, so we be a little bit more cohesive with this shit. Is we gonna pick three standout teams that we saw this weekend, and we're gonna pick three player performances that we each like. So we ain't talking over each other and boring y'all. So who want to take the floor first? Don't matter to me.
Hey,
Talk to me,
look,
Caleb. What's good,
hey,
man? Talk to me,
you
Caleb.
know, because I kind of structured the whole thing. I'll go first, man, because I'll just break it down how I want to break it down.
Yeah, shout out to
My
Caleb.
my number one solo performance out of the top three guys that I picked, I gotta go with my early Heisman candidate to get the Heisman once again, Caleb Williams. If you watched him, if you watched the game, because I did, this dude has a incredible arm. Like it's crazy, bro. Like I seen him roll out the pocket and almost run out of bounds and
Yeah.
throw a tight spiral, tight line down the sideline, and his receiver caught it in the bread basket. I'm like, bro, really?
Yeah, that was insane. That was insane.
Really?
Yo, some things you just can't teach from the quarterback position. And Caleb is one of those guys that got all the tools, all the gifts
Man,
that you can't teach.
you
I
can't
couldn't I
teach
couldn't
that,
believe that
bro.
one. I couldn't believe that one.
So, not to go on an early draft talk, but he's damn near finna be a Cardinal. You might as well turn. You might as well call that man a Cardinal, bro. He threw 4 TDs in the first half.
Yep.
That
That's
was
tough.
pretty much ball game. And then to add to that, he came back in third quarter through another TD. He had a 5 touchdown day in the air. I think he had maybe like 3 carries for like 40 something yards. Those are just like broken pocket, broken plays, just going up the field, getting some yards. Dude, I mean, he's clearly still the number one candidate to win the Heisman until the competition start to ramp up. Some of these guys have, those first 3-4 games are normally kind of like cupcake games. Like, San Jose State playing Nevada, that's not really comp to USC. Not right now. You know what I'm saying? Like those teams aren't it. So shout out to Caleb Williams. That's my number one performance. My number two performance go to Nathan Carter out of Michigan State. Dude, I don't know how tall this dude is. He looked like he about 5 foot. He coming out of one of the worst college football programs, and he transferred into Michigan State, a struggling Michigan State, a downhill Michigan State. And if you watch that game, he gave that offense the spark they needed to get going and start rolling and to beat that Central Michigan team who was actually looking pretty stout.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was on the phone with Mike early that game, and I was like, they came out the gate. He had a 30-yard run, and then they started passing the ball, and I was like, can we
Yeah,
can we why did y'all go away from that? Let's keep it going with the running.
yeah,
Yeah.
man. So like you could see if you watch that game that Michigan State potentially has a two-headed monster going on, but Nathan Carter for sure takes the spotlight for that offense this week. You know what I mean? And hopefully it can roll into the next week's upcoming. But I think Berger is still their number one back that they want to have every down. But I think Carter definitely went. Hey, I think he came in and showed like, hey, bro, like I'm here to ball. You know what I mean? He a short guy, short, stout guy with muscle. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? He had a little swagger. He's quick between the tackles. I'm sure he can get outside. It was a couple plays where, like, if he was running outside, he kind of got chased down. I think it's just because, height. But between the tackles, that dude is quick and he can get through them gaps very fast. So, that's definitely not what I expected him coming from UConn at all. So that's my number 2 performance. He had 18 carries, I think, for like 120 yards and a touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
That's Big Ten football.
Good day.
That's Big Ten football. And, it should have been – I feel like it should have been a lot more because they're going up against a Central Michigan team. It's a MAC school. MAC compared to Big Ten, we need to roll them. You know what I'm saying? We need to roll them. Absolutely. Like, it needs to be 60 points on the board. That's a little bro.
From the last minute of the second quarter, that's when they start cutting it on. Which I said they should have kept running the ball. They tried to get cute, pass it. You know what I'm saying? Just try and catch them off guard, hit them for a quick dot. But like I didn't like that they went. I just keep running the ball. That's what I'm used to seeing from Michigan State is a good running game and a quarterback who get the ball out on time.
Right.
Well, here's the thing too, Nelly. Real quick. This is the point of the season, and this is the type of matchup where you really want to see what you got, see what your guys are made of. And this is supposed to be a tune-up game for Noah Kim, right? Like, if you know that you guys been investing in that run game and that O-line and been heavy up front, you'll be able to do that. But what you want to see is, okay, how's Noah Kim going to respond to some live action, some live bullets? And you want to kind of get him up to speed early. So I feel like that's kind of why they went to passing the ball. And that's what a lot of schools did, like, we know we can run for 8 a pop, whatever, but you gotta let Noah Kim get his feet under him, so he don't lose no more Keon Coleman's. Yeah,
man. So hey, look, going into my next. So shout out Nathan Carter for what he did for them Spartan Dogs. Got that spark going for that offense. Got them rolling. Yes, and my third top solo performance of the week 1/week 0 of college football. My boy Keon Coleman, former Spartan Dog.
Your dog.
I miss you, bro. I'm at the tag, dog. I miss you, bro. Please come back. Please. I know that's not happening, but hey, man. I know everybody was tuned into that game last night, man. He got Florida State on the board early. Took a little slant to the crib. I think it was like 50, 60 yards. Shook dude, and then the rest was history. I thought, look, I had LSU -1.5 for the betting talks. You know what I'm saying? Y'all seen the parlay I put in there. That was the last leg that need to go through. I did not expect him to go out and get a hat trick.
Yeah.
But
on DBU.
Exactly right. What we call DBU, bro.
Yeah.
They don't look like that no more.
You got a 5'11" guy on a 6'4" hooper, 6'3" hooper.
The Bayou Tigers look like the Bayou Cubs. Florida State, them Seminoles made them boys look very little, man. Like this kind of remind me of like that Florida State team back in the day. Them when Jameis had them boys rolling. You know what I'm saying? Like they, I don't want to go into the team because I'm talking about Keon. I'm talking about solo performance, but you can't dismiss that. They look like a SEC team.
Yeah.
Last night.
Oh, yeah.
And there were some points where, like, you seen LSU get it going, but, man, Keon Coleman made them boys look little on the outside. And we said it in the chat. Need to throw the deep ball, let him go up and get it. And that's what he started doing, man. And he balled out. I think he had, like, 9 catches for, like, 122 in the hat trick. And a blowout victory, which, you know what I'm saying, they scored 30 unanswered.
And sometimes a playoff, like on the edge of the playoffs last year. So.
Played in SEC chip last year. And sometimes it's not even about like just the yards and the catches and the tutties. It's about, hey, we're down. We need something. We need a spark. We need an X factor in this game to change this whole how this game is moving. And Keon was there every point when they needed him most. And we was talking in the group chat. We like, hey, LSU's on this short stuff. Florida State's got to get vertical, and Keon was killing them. So, yeah,
absolutely.
Keon ball, bro.
So, before I let y'all go ahead.
He cramped up and left.
Yeah.
And went in early and came back and still had 2 tutties.
Now, he got him on that IV. They put him on that IV.
And then like another quick like little storyline, like I don't know if y'all caught that like during the game, but I had heard when one of the announcers was like, yeah, he had originally committed to Florida State.
Yeah, he did.
I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even know that. So I feel like that chemistry was already there. That's what it looked like. It looked like them dudes been playing together for like 2-3 years now.
Hey,
that's just me personally. Like
that's my Heisman throwing on the ball. So
hey, yeah, that's your Heisman pick throwing on the ball. It just like they just look so fluid, bro. They look very fluid, man.
Hold on.
That's not cap. What do you
did
mean?
I not pick him to win the Heisman?
You definitely did.
Nah, bro. So bro. Here we go.
You definitely did. And
Melly said, everybody, let's pick a dark horse. A dark horse.
I said way too early.
Way too early.
I didn't say
way
dark
too
horse.
early. Yeah,
I didn't say dark horse. Don't twist my words.
You know everybody on this pod would have picked Caleb, bro.
Run the tape.
No.
I picked Jordan.
I picked Jordan.
I got your back, Melly. Run the tape. It was a way too early Heisman.
It was way too early Heisman.
Look,
I picked Jordan Travis.
Hey, but
I'm saying this because I picked, my dog from LSU, Jaden Daniels.
And well, go ahead. Hey, go ahead, roll into your top 3 solo performers, bro. Because I'm done, man. Shout out to Keon, rocking that number 4, making Florida State look big.
Yep.
Hey, they got some dudes out there, man. So those are my top 3 guys.
Box office.
Hey, so I'm gonna drop one and I'm gonna let y'all go, and then we can rotate this real quick.
Yeah.
After every one. So just to get back into the Big Ten, since we was talking MSU backs, let's talk about some real elite backs here. My namesake, Ches Malusi. My real name Ches, but I go by Chaz because it's easier. My nigga Ches went for, let's look at it, 13 rushes, 160 yards, 2 tutties, including an 89-yard touchdown against Buffalo in the third quarter when the score was 14-10. Now, a little backstory on that. Everybody knows that Wisconsin has moved to this air raid, this dairy raid offense. A back like Ches is the type of X factor that you need to make this offense go. And that offense was struggling. They had 14 points on Buffalo in 2.5 quarters. As soon as he popped this for 89, goes to the crib, you really got to see like, all right, now Wisconsin's here. Next thing you know, I don't want to talk about Braylon Allen too much, but Braylon Allen stiffing dudes. And they had a real two-headed monster. And that's the type of X factor you're going to need in this air raid offense out the backfield. Like North Carolina had it with Javonte Williams, a couple other guys too. But I just had to shout out Ches. Great day. Looking scary in the West, the Big Ten West. Looking real scary. Go ahead, give me one, Melly.
I caught snippets of that game, bro, and they did look nice, but it was times where like
they look nasty.
They kind of looked a little nasty.
Yeah.
And Buffalo kind of was sticking them boys that second half. Like they kind of caught on to it. So like I feel like if they get it going early enough, then you can't come back from it. But once they get into that Big Ten play, I feel like that shit gonna get shut down a little bit because I don't think they got they don't got all the key pieces there yet to have that potent dairy raid.
The thing about them games, bro,
they don't.
Is either you gonna blow them out early or you gonna wear them out down the stretch.
Yeah,
and it's like no in between. It's either you gonna do what Michigan did, you gonna blow them out early, or you gonna do what Michigan State did and burn them down late. But Wisconsin, to our point, we're gonna give Lou Pickles some credit. You know what I mean? He just got there and he had to revamp. Like he had to do a real revamp job because that's a run first team. So just like you said, having a back like Ches and that type of offense, he got a two-headed monster back there for if you let both of them boys do what they're supposed to do.
Look, Braylon Allen the better back, but
sure,
having just Braylon Allen in this offense is not going to be enough to take them over the top to win the Big Ten. You add Ches into this mix, playing like he playing. Now they're a Big Ten title contender. That's why I had to shout out Ches.
Facts. All right, man. I'm gonna get my first one. Bucky Irving from Oregon. He was a Minnesota transferred over to Oregon last year. You know what I'm saying? 1,000-yard back, dog. But against Portland State, as y'all saw the score, it was 81-7. So his day was over quick. But he made the most out of these 4 carries to the tune of 119 yards and 2 tuds. That's 29 yards. A 29-yard average.
Yeah.
So I got to shout out my Ducks. I got to shout out Bucky Irvin. He was doing his thing last year, catch the ball and running the ball. He's a dynamic back, home run back. You know what I'm saying? So that was my one. If y'all didn't tune in to that 81 point slaughter.
Hey, how many push-ups that Duck do?
546.
Buff Duck.
Yeah.
Buff Duck.
Cuz biceps falling off today.
Yeah, he a fried duck. Throw Cuz in that pot.
Yeah, man. So we going one. Go ahead, Michael C. Jordan.
Go ahead, Mike.
Man, look, y'all see the tagline, man. He coming. So, since we giving out helmet stickers, bro, we got a true freshman, Dylan Edwards, man, and everybody gonna talk about Travis, Shador, all them other boys doing their thing. Yeah. But again, at the end of the day, when I see Dylan Edwards, y'all know who else I see? Rondale Moore.
I see it.
He looked just like him. Looked like Rondale Moore, but for Colorado, shifty, a star, gonna be something. You know what I mean? Again, he had six carries for 24 yards and 1 touchdown. Let's not forget, he started at RB, but he's not their starting running back. Starting running back ain't even come back yet. He gonna play the next week.
Cavassier.
Is it Cavassier Smoke?
Cavassier Smoke.
I don't think it's Cavassier Smoke.
He there though.
Yeah, he there, but they got somebody else. So I forgot about Cavassier, if I'm being honest, but they got somebody else coming back. But in that receiving game, he had 5 from 135 and 3 touchdowns. He had a hat trick as well. If we're looking at anybody to break the game wide open, he taking short passes to the crib. And this is one of them things where he got that start game going crazy, just like Rondale Moore. He a one-cut person. He going to the crib, shifty as hell. So if we're looking for anything going forward out of this player, again, Travis Hunter going to do what Travis Hunter do, Shador. But if anybody going to make that team go, always going to be him, for sure. Because when everything falls loose, you got to give it to a person that's going to blow the game wide open. We seen what Rondale Moore did to Ohio State in that first game a couple years ago.
Yeah,
y'all seen how that worked out for him. So again, Dylan Edwards, you got my first helmet sticker today, bro.
Yeah, he got a different type of gear. Like he just faster than everybody. I seen a clip of him in camp before. They slowed it down and he still looked like he running fast. I'm like, come on, man. And he get in the game and he just running away from people. He beating the angle. You know what I'm saying? The boy took an angle on TCU and he just
that 4th and 2 window was real.
You know,
like Deuce Vaughn.
And he started the game with a tutty and he ended the game with a tutty. So I think that's more to add to his special performance. Like he started the game with the first touchdown for Colorado and he ended that joint with the
That's what you dream of. Like
as a true freshman though. And you think the post-game interview, he was in there like, I didn't know college football was his fun. We got to do it again next week. Damn.
Yeah.
You see what Matt Rule said? Matt Rule said, yeah, they probably going to be a top 10 team. Let me not even top 32. They going to be top 10 next week.
Yeah, he got to talk them up.
Right.
Yeah, Matt Rule know how to play humble. He playing chess. He ain't going to give him no extra fuel. Yeah. You don't give him no extra fuel.
Yeah.
Because TCU was talking about they got to play us. So,
I mean, let's give out another helmet sticker to a guy who left one of Caleb's teams. We talked about Keon leaving MSU. Now we're about to talk about Haynes King leaving Texas A&M, going to Georgia Tech, taking one of his receivers with him, and getting off. This is the only dude who getting a helmet sticker this week that lost the game, I believe. Because
gotta be. It's respectable.
Yeah.
It's respectable.
Yeah. Thank you, bro. Because go back to the class of 2020 at Texas A&M. It's the number 1 class of all time, recruiting class of all time. And Haynes was like the gem of that class. He all-American track star, run a 4.4, flat 4.4. And he's supposed to be like the next iteration of Johnny at Texas A&M. But it didn't work out. He lands at Georgia Tech. First game against Louisville, I think he threw for over 300. He had 53 on the ground, 313 in the air, 3 tutties. They actually lost to Louisville, but it was a shootout, and he had me sweating my bet the whole time because I definitely bet on Louisville and Jeff Brown coming back to the crib. So shout out Haynes King. He went nuts. I can't say that he's Johnny reincarnated, but that boy looked like the prince that was promised for sure.
Mm-hmm.
All about opportunity, ain't it?
Absolutely.
He looked good, bro. He definitely looked good. I don't know what Texas saying in
4 touchdowns in 1 quarter, bro.
I don't think Jimbo could handle, bro, honestly.
Yeah.
But nah, if Jimbo can handle Jameis, he can handle anybody.
But Jameis is stiff. You know, Jameis is a by the book guy. Haynes need to be off script doing his own thing.
Oh, you talking about
what he
deal.
quarterback? I thought he said by the book elsewhere because Jameis
James had a taste for them crab legs, for them crustaceans.
Crab leg feed.
Hey, let us. We talking about Florida State QBs. Let me give a helmet sticker to this Seminole.
Throw the oop.
By the tuna, Jordan Travis. You know what I'm saying? He ain't, there was a lot of talk about LSU coming in, they were turning Jaden Daniels, defense good. There was an SEC chip, can they kind of won on a missed extra point. That is true, but they still won the game. And he didn't do nothing but come out there, 342 yards, 4 TDs, 3 of them to Keon Coleman. He seemed like he's found his favorite receiver. I thought it was going to be him and Johnny Wilson. Johnny Wilson kind of played understudy to Keon Coleman. But he went out there and he balled. He kind of had a shaky first half, but I felt like he was trying to show he could be more of a passer a little bit more, and he wasn't taking off as much. And when he started threatening him with his legs again, that's when I felt like the game, that was a turner for me. When he started threatening him with them legs, and then we start seeing that talent of him throwing the ball, getting the ball to Keon Coleman, making the right reads, and putting LSU to sleep. So, shout out to him. That's my Heisman pick. Chaz, your mic muted.
Hey, bro, I ain't gonna lie. Look, Jordan Travis took the spirit out them boys at the end of that game when he trucked, bro. Look, the game was over with. He still put his shoulder down. Was like, look, he pointed at them niggas like, hey, it's time for you to go.
Hey, look,
hey, he tough,
my Heisman.
And then, hey, did y'all peep his post game interview?
Oh yeah,
all right, watch it.
Bro, humble, man. Like out of Florida State QBs and players, you know what I'm saying? Like he just had a humble post game interview. He basically was like, "Hey, let's get ready to do it again next week." And all he said was, "I'm grateful, I'm thankful for this dude and that dude, bro." Like that's the kind of QB you want. That's like that leadership thing that y'all want for y'all QB, having that backfield and directing what's going on, bro.
You want him right here. You don't want him here. Yeah, you want him right here.
Yeah.
He reminded me actually of a young Russell Wilson, real talk. Like, I'm just talking on the field play-wise. The way he is processing things quickly and spinning the rock, getting out, extending plays. He looked like young Russ, NC State Russ.
Oh, deep cut.
Yeah.
Super deep cut.
All
right, Mike, go ahead.
Since we talking Heisman, my Heisman dark horse, the former Michigan man himself, Mr. Joe Blow It Milton.
What he do?
Man, he on a revenge tour, bro. Cuz a real tweaker. But he on a revenge tour, though.
Hey, bro, you gotta tell us, bro, because I ain't watched that game. I don't know what Cuz did.
So look,
he ran over Cuz.
Big Blow Joe, 21 to 30, 206, 2 TDs. All right, like 9 for 33 on the ground, 2 TDs, 4 TDs total. But what separated him from everything else is we already know he a physical freak. Is him paired up with Josh Heupel. You got one of the best play callers in the country. You beat an ACC team in Virginia. Obviously, they're not a top tier team, but it's still a power fighting opponent. You beat them. Now you building up some confidence. Now we know Joe Blow Milton, he gonna find a way to fuck it up, but we hoping he don't. But if he keep it together with this performance, knowing that he got a 5-star quarterback behind him, I believe that he gonna keep rising up the ranks because he know for a fact that leash is short.
Yeah,
and I believe with that pressure behind him, he gonna be straight. He gonna be decent. So he get my helmet sticker of that because again, 20 for 30. That's only 9 passes missed. 206. One of the passes was actually a touchdown that Cuz dropped. wide open touchdown. He put it on the money. He got the probably the prettiest deep ball in the college game right now because he's so strong, bro. Like he's a physical freak.
Literally stuck it on bro face mask.
And bro dropped it. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, 9 for 33, 2 touchdowns on the ground. He elite. So we just gonna hope again at the end of the day, he get all the physical intangibles. I believe at the end of the day, if he keep doing what he needs to do and he trusts Josh Heupel, we already seen what he can do with Hendon Hooker. And by the time Hooker got hurt, he was gonna get that Heisman. Besides, well, he had Caleb Williams who was eating too, but he was up there for the Heisman. So if he keep doing everything he needs to do, hey, bro, I think he got it too. So that's mine.
Okay, man.
I got a quick point to that too. Is like the fact that Joe Milton was at Michigan. You know, got to talk about it real quick. When he was at Michigan, he was just so raw, and he was just raw arm talent and couldn't really put it all together. Imagine if he would have stayed in that Michigan program and put his head down and kept working, he would have been probably a top 5 pick going in the next year, coming out the quarterback position, because Michigan has a quarterback friendly system, and Cade McNamara was more ready to run it at that point. But Joe Milton sliding to Tennessee, get another opportunity to play. I like to see it. I'm glad he finally get his time to shine. Shout out to Joe Milton. But yeah, if he would have stuck around at Michigan, man, we would have. Hey, stop playing with us, man.
I don't know, man, because I feel like Tennessee, between Tennessee and Michigan, bro, Michigan is in a win now type mode where they didn't I didn't have no patience for Joe Milton to be in there like overthrowing people and missing passes. And every game in the Big Ten is important. Where you go to the Tennessee, where Hendon Hooker is there, y'all can swap him out. I feel like he had a longer leash at Tennessee than he did.
Not even because when he went to Tennessee.
Go ahead.
Let me get this out. When he went to Tennessee, Joe Milton, Hendon Hooker wasn't even there yet. And to your point, just to further your point, like I'm not saying Joe Milton was supposed to start at Michigan, but I'm saying if he would have dug it out in the program, he did start.
I'm talking about when he first got there, he wasn't starting. But he was freshman.
Reason it was he went down for him was because of Harbaugh. Because at that point, Harbaugh ain't taking over the top yet. Yeah. So again, I don't know if Harbaugh was going to waste that time on him being that raw. At this point,
that's what I'm saying. He had a longer leash at Tennessee. That's
Harbaugh. Whole point. Yeah, like if I'm Harbaugh, I'm like, you on this bullshit, you got to take your ass home.
Yep.
Because my job on the line. So, but just like you said, man, at Tennessee, bro, he got, just like you said, Chaz, bro, Hooker wasn't even thought about yet. And he was actually starting before Hooker came in. So,
he was.
But he can go to Tennessee where Tennessee is not. I get every team want their team to go to the Natty. But if we being honest, wasn't nobody picking Tennessee to do nothing crazy when Joe Milton got there. He left Michigan where it was getting hot in the kitchen. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to be winning these games, and you wasn't. So we're gonna put somebody in here to play point guard and manage the game. And you could go to Tennessee and throw as many deep balls as you want to.
That's overthrow as many deep balls as you want to.
Yeah,
he was inaccurate at Michigan.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So you can go down there with Heupel, which I think is a better type of situation for him, a better coach-player relationship for him. He can figure it out. It looked like you got to figure it out now.
Yeah.
And he got somebody in Hendon Hooker who was going to help him, because what was Cade McNamara and J.J. McCarthy going to help him with?
Yeah,
that was pre-JJ.
Yeah, I was about to say that's pre-JJ.
Yeah, my fault. But like Cade McNamara was there, and whoever else was behind him. Like what?
What's up, CeeLo?
You hate
to be that guy.
No. I ain't gonna say nothing.
Okay. All right, I got one more helmet sticker to give out though.
Yeah, I still got one.
I mean, listen, death, taxes, in Alabama, man. Some things in America are inevitable. And it seems like Bama was the most slept on team this offseason. They quietly mosey into the season as the number 4 overall team in the country. And in the offseason, in the spring, it's like, oh, Alabama doesn't know who they want to start at quarterback. Do they start Tyler Buckner? Do they start Jalen Milroe? Do they start? Nah, bro. It's Jalen Milroe the whole time. If you look at this dude, he comes out there looking like he can start middle linebacker and quarterback. Like Travis Hunter, and go play both ways at Bama in the SEC, and he looks the part. He had it wasn't a crazy stat game. He had 5 total tutties, but like watching him operate that offense, bro, it was so smooth, bro. Like smooth, on point, on time, very accurate. Took command, and Bama's back, bro.
Yeah, it was crazy, bro, because I'm pretty sure that that's a school record for whatever stat line. I know he had 3 and 2. I don't know which way it was.
He had 3 passing, 2 rusher.
Yeah, he was the first QB to do that.
It's like Jalen Hurts 2.0 is what it looks like right now.
So that's huge for him, bro. He was a freak. Hey, Katy, Texas finest, man.
That's what I be saying, bro. It'd be somebody like Milroe, and it's different from what y'all had in Bryce Young. So when Milroe came in the game, it was played totally different from Bryce Young. It's like he out there running around like y'all just didn't have Jalen Hurts a couple years ago.
Like he a raw athlete as opposed to Bryce Young, who's super calculated. He's a good athlete too, but you got Milroe.
Not compared to him.
He don't need a leash. He don't need no leash, bro. He just got to do what he got to do.
But you talking about Bama fans who've been used to winning. They ain't trying to see you get out there and hokey pokey and run around. They just trying to see some dubs on the board. They don't care if you get out there and go 12 for 27.
But honestly,
a dub on the board.
Hey, Chaz, who was the old coordinator down there at Bama now?
Tommy Rees from Notre Dame.
Tommy Rees. I honestly, bro, don't know if Tommy Rees got enough pull like that to bring Tyler Buckner down there for him to start.
Hell no.
He ain't had that pull. So I don't even know why he brought Nick down there to do that shit. I don't know why he brought the dude down there to be doing that stupid ass shit. This should tell Cuz go to like North Carolina State or something like that, bro.
You know what he was doing, bro?
Being goofy. That's the hell he was doing. Because why the hell you finna bring this boy down here thinking he gonna start? Oh, we gonna go through all summer. It's gonna be a competition. Bro, Jalen Milroe is literally the Anthony Richardson of that team.
Yes.
You not playing him. I'm sorry. We just seen what Anthony Richardson just did. I'm not playing him.
But peep this though, Mike. Tommy Rees is in a weird situation because if you look at all those offensive coordinators that came through Bama, we talking about Lane Kiffin and Steve Sarkisian and Bill O'Brien. These are all head coaches who are on their way back up trying to find glory again. And Nick take them under his wing. Come on, come get in this system. And I'm gonna let you do what you do, but you better succeed. Yeah. So Tommy is feeling this pressure like, hey, I'm not used to working with no athlete like Milroe. Let me get something I know. Let me try to get something that I've seen work. And he was kind of just, trying to play it conservative. He was trying to play it conservative. That's what it was. He was scared.
Bro, he got that boy looking goofy. He done dragged that boy down there. He probably third on the depth chart. Why the fuck would you do that to that boy? Confidence?
All right, man. Let me get this sticker. Let me get this sticker out the way, man.
So you get that sticker off.
Bama back, man. Roll Tide.
Buckner, man. But how can we not talk about his son?
Yeah,
Shedeur Sanders, man.
We must.
The boy is accurate. He accurate. He accurate, man. He out there was dotting them boys up. TCU sliced them boys up like Swiss cheese. Dot, dot, dot. He had 4 receivers with over 100 yards.
Crazy.
He's spreading the rock, and it was looking easy, bro. You can say what you wanted about TCU, like having all these missing
81% completion percentage.
And then the thing about TCU is they strength coming back into the season was supposed to be their secondary. Hey,
but 80% completion rating, 80% completion rating, 510 yards and 4 TDs. Out of all these QBs we done talked about this year, he was getting questioned the most coming up to this level. Can he do it? He was at HBCU. Can he do it? And he come up here and do nothing but drop 500 yards.
That's crazy.
On 4 tuds. And a couple of them was drops.
Yep.
Yeah,
and he had to throw the ball
6
out of bounds.
touchdowns.
And 7 touchdowns. And he threw the ball out of. And he had to throw the ball out of bounds on a national champion runner-up.
Bro, they talked all that shit about him being at that level, but forget that he was a 4-star prospect. Man, you talking about this 4-star prospect coming out of school. He was in a play now mentality because he want to play now. The only reason he was trying to go to FAU because of Willie Taggart, who was there, because Willie Taggart know his daddy. That's it. He could have went to Alabama, he could have went to Georgia, but he was like, I want to play now. He was a 4-star prospect. And now they seeing why he was a 4-star prospect. People probably acting like he went to Jackson because he was like, I'm finna go play at Jackson. He played it because it was his daddy was there. Yeah. Don't sleep. He was down there cutting up too.
Listen, bro, I know some NFL guys that couldn't throw some of the balls he was throwing out there today. Anthony Richardson could never. No, I'm playing. Carson Wentz could never. Baker Mayfield could never. We just name on some names. Zach Wilson couldn't even do it. So I'm saying he doing this now. He making it look easy. Chaz turned his camera off because he hot. But listen, man. Listen, man.
Literally hot.
I think Chad's a Baker stan for college ball. I think Chad's a Baker fan for college.
I mean, this
he
dude
was
planted a
laying on
flag on the block O. Of course, I'm a Baker fan.
Yeah, he a real
off that alone.
Yeah.
Then fuck around hit the Dougie.
Then Dougie them boys down. Come on now.
Yeah, but my dog was looking surgical, man.
He
He
was.
was looking surgical out there. He chopped them boys up, man. Shout out to Colorado. Shout out Coach Prime. Shout out Shador. You know what I'm saying? He did his thing. That was my last standout performance of the week because he almost went out there and threw 1,000 yards in the first game.
Honestly, bro, he does have like an NCAA 14 type of performance.
That's a road. That's a road to glory game.
That's a road to glory game off the rip, man. Look, I ain't even gonna be high that because Nebraska next week they in for some shit because don't little 10 points y'all had.
Yeah, you're gonna need more than that. This Big 12 ball.
They just showed you that they
put 50 on the
they
ball.
can take it there with you. So I don't know what you about to do because the thing is, don't sleep. Everybody not back yet.
Yeah.
Like everybody not even back yet. He was out there throwing with people he was just throwing with, and he did it in this daddy cleats, bro. That's even more crazier. You did it in your daddy shit. You your daddy son.
You your whole daddy son.
Daddy son.
That's wild.
Who you giving out your last helmet sticker to, White?
Man, I'm shitty about it because I don't need fuck with these dudes like that. But at the end of the day, bro, he's the most consistent piece in that program since he got there.
Yup.
That's Roman Wilson.
Yup.
Roman Wilson, bro. I promise you,
Roman
I don't care for nobody else on that Michigan team that I had boys come through that bitch. That's dogs. But Roman Wilson gonna get his regardless. I ain't never seen Roman Wilson not do that shit.
Yeah.
Bro let me pull up the stat line, bro, because Cuz was dog. Cuz was a dog because he had a hat.
Like the stream, why you pulling that up? Like the stream, y'all.
Yeah,
Like the stream, baby.
Receptions, 78 yards and 3 touchdowns, bro. 13 yards per catch. Let's not forget, last year he was number 14. They got that boy rocking number 1 for a reason. He's a dog. I'm telling you, he the most consistent dude on that team, bro. Has been for as long as he been there. You know what I mean? He the most reliable. Yeah. Cornelius Johnson, pretty good. Those others, pretty good. What you want some shit done? Throw it to Roman Wilson because that shit was not built in a day. And he owned that. He Mr. Own that from here on out. Roman Wilson is Mr. Own that. But when he come to these lands, he getting shut the fuck down. So you better get him in now. So look at that.
Absolutely love it, Mike.
Don't set y'all DBs.
I absolutely love it.
Don't do that, bro. Don't do that, bro.
Please put Brantley
no
on
expectations, please. No expectations.
Please put Chuck
Brantley.
Please put Chuck Brantley on Roman.
I say put Chuck Brantley on him. You Google it. Hey, you geek it now. I say let Chuck hold him. I say do that.
Bruh.
Hey,
right,
Michigan was back there hopping and max protect throwing it deep, throwing a deep post to Roman Wilson.
Michigan was running 2 route concepts, bro.
Yeah,
like
bro.
they weren't even trying to throw for real.
Yeah, like that.
They were so
I ain't
scared.
gonna lie, that game was so like dry and vanilla for them, bro. It was like, wow,
bro.
They're not even really trying for real. Like,
I ain't gonna lie,
box, bro.
I'm really disappointed, bro.
Bombs.
I'm truly disappointed, like in that team because
we're gonna talk about Michigan later, though. Don't trip.
I feel like they played down, bro.
We're gonna talk about Michigan, bro.
Yeah, Chad's gonna break it down. Chad's gonna
talk
break
about
it down.
Michigan.
So we go into that next segment then, where we get into our favorite team play, top 3 team play.
Yeah, man. Let me pop this off. You gonna pop it off?
Go ahead, pop it off.
Hey, I'll just pop it off because I got Michigan.
You might as well.
Oh yeah, let's go ahead and pop it off then.
Go ahead, bro.
You get done, Chaz. I'm gonna hop in because me and you on the same tape.
Oh yeah, you already know, Drizzy. Anyway, Michigan beat East Carolina 30-3, really 30-0. We gave them a little cheap one at the end, right? JJ McCarthy went 26 for 30, right? 280, 3 tutties, all to Roman, like you said. But Michigan only had 122 rushing yards. Wisconsin had 2 running backs do that on Buffalo. We go out there against East Carolina. We're not getting no type of push. Now, the situation is weird. Our offensive coordinator was at home watching the game with our head coach. So we got our defensive coordinator out there running the defense, I suppose. And the running backs coach, probably Mike Hart, calling plays or something. I have no clue. But regardless, Michigan did not look great. Defensively, they looked okay. They still allowed over 100 rushing yards to ECU. Didn't cover the spread. I'm not going to be too worried about it, right? But like, we did not look great to come out. What are we, number 2 in the nation?
Yep.
Number 3.
Yeah.
Come on now, like number 2 team in the nation, we got to come out looking better than this. The number 3 team, Ohio State, didn't look much better, but like still, at least they play better comp. So I'm interested to see how things look when Sharon Moore get back. Our OC, he'll be back next week.
I gotta ask,
talk to me,
because you said like both the O and the D look mid, like
Yes.
the trenches. Does that worry you? Because you know Michigan always put out at least 2-3 linemen on both sides of the ball in the draft, like almost every other year.
Yeah.
well,
Does that
all
worry you a
5
little bit?
all 5 of our old linemen are going to the league. They're all getting drafted. That's not the issue.
But it didn't look like that though. That's what you just said.
Right.
So that's what I'm saying. Do that worry you?
No, it does not worry me because I think it was just a stale game plan, right? Like when we did run it, it was our simple stuff. Like, all right, you already know it's coming. If you sell out to stop it, you're going to stop it, which is why JJ had 4 incompletions on 30 attempts. You know what I mean? Like,
Gotcha.
it was just very stale vanilla. I know we got some stuff that's brewing, stuff in the backpack, but I would just like to see, I get to see Oregon hang 81. You know what I mean? Like, can my team be dominant week 1, 2? Bama dropping 55, 60. Come on, I want to see my guys get off.
You know what? That thing I look forward to, and I'm not a Michigan fan, but is to see that Michigan offensive line, defensive line just be completely nasty these first couple weeks.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God, I don't want to see these guys. You know what I'm saying?
Our interior D line was good. It was just really around the edges where they got big runs outside. Some of our linebackers, Mike Barrett, missing tackles and stuff like that. Like these boys, it's preseason for them technically too. So I mean, we gonna get it together, but we ain't look good, bro.
Yeah.
I thought that was a typical Michigan week 1 game.
Typical Michigan week 1 is 60-0.
But they were selling out so much on the run, bro. Like what more can you do, bro?
More.
I just watched Ches Malusi and Braylon Allen go for 180 apiece.
Come on, bro.
Either one of my backs broke 100.
Donovan Edwards, bro. You got a Donovan Edwards and Blake Horn back.
And they talking about they the best duo in the country. I want to see y'all at least break 100.
I feel like that's what East Carolina just stood on that game. Like, we going to lose this game, but we not going to get ran all game. I feel like that's just what they stood on.
You're supposed to be Michigan. You're supposed to be untouchable these first couple of weeks. You're supposed to be like, fuck it.
They won,
because Ohio State did the same thing last year. They put 9 people in the box every play and said, all right, run the ball. Yeah. And we did for like 400 yards still.
Exactly. And it was still deep bombs like going over top. So like they had to
we did both though.
I'm saying
okay, bro, but you know this is a different type of fuel in the game.
I'm hip, but I'm greedy.
Different type of hate.
I want to see my niggas drop 62.
Right.
It's gonna happen, bro. Y'all about to play.
Honestly, that's the thing too now, because now those are the expectations that we put on you now. You supposed to make that shit happen. You supposed to be in the playoff every year now. Now you on bullshit. Now motherfuckers like, hold up, y'all ain't dropping at least 40 points first game. That's why the spread was 35.5 points.
Thanks. Go ahead, roll into yours, Mike.
I miss you, Jim.
Because you know what to talk about, man. Because we told y'all the other day who about to do it to him. You know, October's very own. Mr. Drake himself, Mr. Drake May. We told y'all he was about to do. And I told y'all.
Don't bet against Mac Brown. No, it's Mac Brown.
You did say that.
I definitely did bet against him. I'm standing on it. I don't
care. I ain't touched that game.
What did he do in the fourth? Goofed it in front of all the hoes. I don't want to hear none of that. At the end of the day, bro, I told y'all, Mac Brown just got his 100th win at North Carolina.
I ain't gonna lie. This is the only stipulation. If I knew it was the 99th game to get to 100, I wouldn't have bet it. I did not know that.
I ain't know that either.
I'm not there finna bet against Mac Brown old ass against anybody that's shaky. I'm sorry.
I'm not there bet against Mac Brown and Drake May in the Mayo Classic. Come on, you know they going up top in the Mayo Classic.
Top in the Mayo Classic.
Mayo Man's.
Come on, man. The Mayo Man. This thing Super Bowl. They wanted this. They
the Mayo managers. Nigga, come on now.
And again, as I said, UNC, bro, is the only comparable team in the ACC besides Florida State. Because Clemson, we don't know what Clemson is now. So
they'll be elite.
Right. Oh shit. They playing now.
Dabo Weenie.
They got Baby Riley at OC. They'll be elite this year.
JB is right, because it was a home game for the boys last night, because it was in Charlotte too. So at the end of the day, dog, again, UNC as a whole, dog ass performance. They did what they had to do. Defensive line got to them 9 times last night. They had 17 sacks all of last season. They got over that. You know what I mean? In one game. against an SEC opponent. I don't care who it is. They did that shit. And Spencer Rattler, who beat Tennessee last year and Clemson, they whooped his ass. And Drake May was damn near perfect, putting shit on the bread last night, doing this thing. And they did that. And that all baby blue looking clean in them Jordan jerseys, dog. Clean as hell. So, again, shout out to them boys in North Carolina. Y'all did what y'all had to do. Let's get it.
Shout out to them.
Facts. I'm going to jump into mine, bro. I chose for one of my top games and teams to break down was Fresno State. There.
Ooh,
Mikey Keene, bro. QB.
Baller.
Hooping on Purdue.
Yeah.
And look, we all know Purdue, Boilermakers, hey, man, they really just mid, and they only here to shock your favorite team in the middle of the season. Like, that's all they good for. But, man, like, this was a good game, and it seemed like everything was supposed to go well for Purdue and that they were supposed to win that game. And it came down to, dude was balling out, man. He hitting receivers, he running the ball. And I think it came down to Fresno State scoring the last TD, right? And, you know what I'm saying, I think Purdue had one last chance, but Fresno State held on. So I think they kind of, this would have been like, hey, I'm coming to the Pac-12 next year, but there is no Pac-12s. It's kind of suck. Because, like, they actually look really good, bro. They look like if you just come and you beat Purdue, man, like, I feel like you can compete with Pac-12 teams and Pac-12 defenses because Purdue on any given Saturday can bang with the best Big Ten team.
Yeah,
and
they were in the Big Ten last year.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, we've seen it. Like Purdue can compete with the top Big Ten teams at any given Saturday, bro. So that's my shout out team, bro. It was Fresno State. Like here's the thing, bro. I think Purdue was like 2 for like 12 or something like that for third down conversions or something. Something crazy. Like let me look up that stat one more time before. Bruh, it was something wild, bro.
Fresno State beat y'all. Y'all had Drew Brees on the side.
2 for 12 for third down efficiency, and then Purdue only converted 2 out of 4 fourth down attempts. But like it was bad, bro.
Jeez.
Like their defense was just kind of like lighting them up a little bit, and they didn't even get no turnovers out of it. Like I'm pretty sure Purdue scored on offense, and they had a kick return, or I think it was a kick or a punt return. So, like, it looked like Purdue was supposed to win that game, but dude was hooping. He put the ball up 44 times. He had 31 for 44 and, like, 3 touchdowns or something like that. Like, he was hooping.
So, the thing is, beat their ass in the Drew Brees throwback jerseys with Drew Brees. Right. Like, come on, bro.
Hudson Card, the quarterback for Purdue. Fresh out of here from Texas.
Goofed it.
487 in the air.
Wee.
487 in the air, man.
That boy put up Shador numbers.
Down there, right?
Shador numbers on the Big Ten team.
Man, they about to slide to the Big 12. Like Fresno State. A year from now.
Hey, fuck it. Put them boys in the American.
They need to go somewhere, man, because, like, I feel bad for the team that's supposed to be like, they coming to the Pac-12. Oh, man, we finally get to compete with Big Bro. All the big bros that slid.
Not today. Not tonight.
Niggas, man. So
we done slid on them boys.
Hey, definitely
went on the bigger and better.
American. Right.
Let's get it, Melly Mel.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna start this off with a team I hate, but I'm gonna give them their flowers out of respect. The Utah Utes, man. They came out and they handled business against Florida. I believe it was a Florida DN that made a post on this story. Pre-game, stadium will hold their little L, boy.
Stadium.
Hold the little L, boy. Hold on, because Bryson Barnes came out 70-yard bomb off the play action, first play of the season. You know what I'm saying? The pig farmer. Then Nate Johnson, who is their mobile QB, came out there, off the read option, dicing them boys up, and they were just socking them in the mouth all night, bro. Like they brought the boy Graham Mertz from Wisconsin. He was poo-poo, man.
Poop.
So I don't know what's going on like in Florida, but Utah is a better team, so I ain't gonna say what's going on in Florida, but Utah is a program. You know, they tough. They play like a Big Ten team to me. Like they could easily, to me, slide over to the Big Ten and bang it out in the West. But yeah, man. If we doing the realignment, I'm bringing Utah to the West. But yeah, dog, they physical. They dominated that game. You know what I'm saying? I like what I saw. Offense, defense, well coached, good performance. So I'm gonna give my shout out to Utah.
I love it, man. I'm gonna stay out west with you though. It's a real dark, gloomy, cloudy day in Corvallis, Oregon, because there's 2 teams next year that have been left behind. Everybody else went to heaven. Them niggas stuck on earth. Oregon State and Washington State are the only 2 programs left in the Pac-12 in 2024 as of now. And I got to talk about the Beavs because my boy DJ Uyangalele, or as CeeLo likes to say, Oogie Badoogie. That boy DJ is in town, man. He went out there 20 for 25, 240, 3 tutties, 2 tutties on the ground. He's playing power back mixed with quarterback. He looking like Tebow, but way more efficient. You know what I mean? Damian Martinez, they running back. He was the reigning Pac-12 offensive rookie of the year, offensive freshman of the year. He came out, had another day. I think he had like 140, 18 for 140. So Oregon State is looking elite again, and they don't even have a home next year. They stuck in the Pac-12. That's why I wanted to talk about them and mention them, because it's like this is not a program that needs to be playing in the Mountain West. This is a program that needs to be in this Power 4, right?
So last year.
That's what I'm saying, bro. And we'll see at the end of the month, September 29th. They're playing Utah. So that's going to be their first test. They got a couple more little warm-up games to get out the way. But September 29th, I'm marking my calendar. Utah, Oregon State, must-watch TV. Shout out to Beavs.
I ain't gonna lie, that's gonna be a dog-ass weekend in the Pac-12 because y'all got them on the 29th and you got USC, Colorado on the 30th.
Oh, for real?
Let's hope Cam Rising back for Utah, though, for that game.
That bitch gonna blow up.
Oh, yeah, that's
nice. On Cam Rising back, the boy has some AC.
Oh, yeah, you got to get them at full strength. You got to get them.
Look, if Nebraska go out there and lay an egg and get 30 ball, we gonna move them niggas out and bring Oregon State into the Big Ten. That's what we gonna do.
Go back to it.
Let Nebraska embarrass us.
Like I told you, bro, we gonna do this like how they do it in soccer and knock people out of the
relegation.
That's crazy.
Knock them down, bro.
That's crazy because that's my next topic. How did y'all know? Did y'all look at my notes or something? Because I got Baylor. You need to put them motherfuckers in the Sun Belt. I don't give a fuck what you talking about. I don't give a fuck what nobody
they got to play Utah next
week. That's definitely, even they took that L. That's definitely a standout good one, bro.
They gotta put their ass on the motherfucking Sun Belt because Texas State. Now after the day, I don't want to hold nobody up. TJ Finley is a dog. He was cold at Auburn, things like that. But if I'm keeping it a bean with you, Baylor look goofy as hell at the crib losing to Texas State. That's a check game for them. That's supposed to be a warm-up. You're supposed to be Baylor. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, bro, they stay going on this damn roller coaster where they really good, really bad, really good, really bad. Them boys ain't been good since they was out there having them cases over there with Sean Oakman them and Art Browse. They haven't been consistently good since that point. So,
they did just play in the Big 12 title like 2 years ago, though.
Exactly. That's and they lost, right? Did they lose because Cuz ain't want to stretch the ball out?
Yeah.
Again, bro. So it's like they're up and down, dog. And I'm offended because at the end of the day, you got a team like Texas State, right? A team that nobody expect to win. First of all, I'm really upset because y'all blew my slip. Like, y'all ain't have no care in the world to fuck up my parlay. That's disrespectful. All right. That's really disrespectful. At the end of the day, you need to be in the Sun Belt. You need to be somewhere else because Texas State showed you that they need to be in the Big 12.
That's like one of them ones where like App State upsetting UNC last year. Like that's one. Or they won that game.
They touched Texas A&M.
They touched. Yeah,
like what you on, bro? Like
that's what that was, bro.
Then they beat you at your shit. Like I know off the feet, and they just beat you. They beat you.
Yeah,
like they had y'all boys 28-6. Like y'all ain't even show the fuck up. Like y'all was like, you know what? We finna whoop their ass until they whooped your ass. Now you in this bitch like, damn.
I'm gonna get this question out the way. Then we go back to standouts. But
Okay.
what y'all think about Ohio State scoring Indiana? I think it's
real clampable.
Quarterback turnover. That, like, you know what I'm saying? It's a new quarterback. They playing against a Big Ten team still. Like, it wasn't like they came out there and played Indiana State. I mean, it's still like, Indiana cheeks, but still a Big Ten team. So I feel like new quarterback.
White quarterback.
The defense held up. I say the highlight of that game is the defense held up and only held them to 3.
No,
I get it. They defense been trashed the past couple of years. So
it has not been trash. It's been trash against Michigan.
No,
let me get 15 seconds.
That's why they got a
defense.
Go ahead, Chance.
Let me get 15 seconds to talk about OSU, right? Because look,
here you go. Biased.
No, it's not biased. Real talk. Okay.
Where Alec?
You go through the whole. Where is Alec? You go through the whole camp and you don't know who your starting quarterback is, and then you start the immobile quarterback, right? Kyle McCord over the mega athlete Devin Brown. I think this comes down to them playing stale, being one dimensional, right? Like the running backs. Okay, our running back is the only threat to run the ball, and if we're throwing the ball, it's going to Marvin or Emeka Egbuka. Like we got the book on Ohio State now. We already had a book. So if y'all not gonna spice it up by having a mobile quarterback, y'all getting clamped. And I see 2 L's. Penn State popping them, Michigan popping them. I'm gonna leave it at that, bro.
Okay. I still think it's a quarterback turnover. I don't really care what Ohio State do. They're gonna lose to Michigan again. I don't care. I don't like.
They're
stale. It's the quarterback.
Michigan,
you said the same thing I said. It's the quarterback.
With that performance, they not dare beat Michigan because at the end of the day, they got Cuz back there looking real weak as hell. And he didn't even have a touchdown pass. He only threw a pick. He didn't even have a touchdown pass, bro.
Yeah.
Like
that's crazy for Ohio State.
You're at the Ohio State, bro. You ain't even get a touchdown pass in the first game out. Yeah, take his ass to the mat, boy.
Yeah.
You're Gliac bound. I don't want to hear nothing from you, bro. Like you terrible.
Yeah,
you're terrible, bro. There's like again, just like we talked about, expectation about being up here. You're the number 5 ranked team, 4 ranked, 3 ranked team in the country.
They three.
You a top 3 ranked team in the country. Again, Indiana, Big Ten team, good team, hunt against them. But you're supposed to be the Ohio State competing. People got y'all in the playoff bracket, bro. You got people talking about Ohio State finna get in the playoffs, and this what you put on tape.
But I don't know where they get that from with a first year quarterback.
It's Ohio State.
It's Ohio State. It doesn't matter. They
Justin Fields did it in his first year. CJ Stroud did it in his first year.
Exactly.
Is any of them
Cardale Jones did his first year.
None of them is
no,
them.
but that's the pattern. That's the expectation.
It sounded like to your tune they should have put Devin Brown in the game so he could do something. Yeah, but I don't care what Ohio State do. Keep starting Kyle McCord.
Please do.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, I would love to see Ohio State downfall.
Look, we heard it first from a loyal Ohio State Buckeye. He said, "Hey, Ryan Day got a year left." That's what he told us, right? We was all there. We was all there. That's what he said. And if he, Ohio State fan that looks into this shit, said he got a year left, then we need to start believing this man.
Yep.
Then he might just got a year left.
All right, I'm done. I'm done with the Buckeyes. The Buckeyes.
Hey,
appreciate your question, brother.
To talk about the Hoosiers,
yeah, thanks for the question.
I'm sliding out. I'm staying out west with my guys, and we talking about Washington real quick. And what Mike like to say, Michael Lil Penis Jr. You know what I'm saying? But hey, Bussy County's finest with these names and shit. Yeah, bro. They look good. They look good, man. They defense look good. Michael Penix look good. They receivers once again look good, bro. Like I feel like
receivers.
I feel like I can't wait to see some of these matchups. Later on down the stretch, because I want to see what defenses are gonna do. You know what I mean?
Hey, do they play Colorado this year?
I don't know.
That would be great. That would be great. Washington.
Yeah,
I believe they do.
That'd be a nice matchup to see.
Yeah, man. I'm curious to see what defenses do because I know Caleb Williams, he's my early Heisman pick, and I really think he gonna win the Heisman again. But if they don't want to see somebody else win the Heisman, even if Caleb ball out, this guy right here, bro, hands down, he putting the ball on the money type shit, where he having those first half performances where he don't even really need to play the second half.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like I said, early games. You know what I'm saying? Like, they played Boise State, but still, bro, like he's putting them out the game early. He's looking very Heisman candidate ish, and you know, this is his last year, right? You know what I'm saying? Like he going into the he going into the draft after this year. So like, why not go out with a bang? So. You know, like I feel like they defense. Boise State is a little bit better week one competition for a defense, especially in the Pac-12.
Yeah.
So you kind of really got to see. All right, they got challenged a little bit because Boise State put up like 19 points or something like that. You know, they put up a couple touchdowns, they got in the field goal range a couple times. So you really got to see like, okay, they still got a decent defense. I feel like when they get more of those Pac-12 matchups, like against Oregon, against USC, things like that, like you're gonna see more points scored on that defense because they didn't look as thick up on the line. Pause. You know, I'm a trenches guru. Hey, they ain't look that thick up on that D line. You know, the D line gotta have that ass behind them. But hey, they ain't look that great, bro. But they offensive line looked really good. They was opening up gaps. They was holding for protection. And you know, like all of that is just, you know, the keys for your offense to just keep going and have that engine going for your offense. So
I'm not seeing Colorado on their schedule though.
If Washington loses games, it's gonna be because of their defense.
To your point though, because I don't heard you talk about two quarterbacks. Does the Pac-12 have the best quarterback conference in the country?
It's not even close.
I would say yes.
Yeah.
But
for sure.
But you got this Shador, Caleb Williams, Bo Nix,
Cam Rising,
Michael Penix,
Lil Penix.
Yeah.
DJ
That's a whole draft class of QBs in one conference.
That's what I'm saying.
That shit wild.
Yeah,
and you got Dante Moore.
Oh, we forgot about Dante.
He threw 3 picks to one nigga.
Hey.
Shout out to him though.
Shout out to bro. Hey.
He'll be all right.
Shout out to that DB. Good man.
What's up, Melly? Talk to me.
Oh, Florida State. Simple.
Okay.
Y'all watched the game.
Oh yeah.
Everybody had the day off last night. Y'all watched the game. Physical. It's supposed to be. We was talking about it in the chat. Oh, run the ball on them. Run the ball up the middle. Nothing. Jane Daniels. He got a couple scrambles in. Nothing. You know what I'm saying? LSU dropped the ball a few times, but Florida State played a complete game. When they needed to run the ball, they ran the ball. When they needed a completion, they got a completion. They had a few drops too here and there. A little undisciplined. It started out a little shaky in the first half, but they rocked them Bayou Bengals to sleep. And I see the complete ball game, all cylinders, firing on all cylinders. And they got a great leader in my Heisman candidate, Jordan Travis.
Yes, sir. Hey, man. America needs farmers, bro. America needs farmers. That's on every Iowa helmet, ain't it? A&F. You see the A&F sticker. America needs farmers, and Iowa needs offense. Because, I don't know if y'all heard, this is the only reason I'm talking about Iowa. They got the drive to 325 this year. If Brian Ferentz, Kirk Ferentz's son, the head coach, Kirk Ferentz's son, Brian, is the offensive coordinator. If this Nepo baby don't put up 325, he's fired.
Easily.
It's mandated. No, it's mandated already. You got 325 points to put up this year. So I wanted to mention this because you bring in K. McNamara from Michigan. He brings Eric All, one of our all-conference tight ends, with him. And they hang 24 points on Utah State. Bruh, the drive to 325, you got to put up 27 points a game in these 12 games to fall short like a point or two. So you got to score over 27. This is a game you're supposed to hang 50 just to get you some cushion, a little padding. But they come out there, and I know it's week one with a new quarterback, but they should at least be able to run the ball a little bit better than that, right? Like, you can't come out here and put up 24 on Utah State, bro. And this is my preseason winner of the Big 12 West. I was high on Iowa this year, bro.
You did say that.
I had Iowa at the 1, Wisconsin at the 2, and I thought it was a 2-horse race, and it probably still is. I still think those two are the 2 strongest in the West. So this offense better get it going soon, bro. Drive to 325, man. Had to bring it up.
Since we talking Big Ten, I want to talk about a team in the Big Ten that I feel like a couple years ago got snubbed from the playoffs.
and played themselves out of the playoffs a couple times. Penn State.
Ooh.
They got Drew Aller at quarterback, great quarterback. The questions I've always had for Penn State is, can they get over the hump and play up to the other teams? They always going to compete, bro. They always going to put out top 10 talent every year. The question is, can they sustain and do that? Now, the game that they played last week, they showed us that they can do that. Again, it was a weak-ass opponent, so it really didn't matter. But at the end of the day, they still did what needed to be done. Drew Aller had 200-plus some yards, 3 touchdowns, and everything else under the sun. I like this team now, but as the year goes down the stretch and you got to play a team like Indiana, who hung with Ohio State, you got to play a team like Wisconsin and Iowa and things like that leading up to you playing Ohio State and Michigan. And, of course, us in East Lansing. No, because we play them in Detroit this year. So, again, at the end of the day, what does that look like? So, at the end of the day, even though I'm giving this team a spotlight for playing well, I'm going to keep my eye on them to see, can they actually get over the hump? Because, again, Ohio State this year looks down.
I think you're getting ahead of yourself. You're getting ahead of yourself, Mike.
I'm not getting ahead of myself.
Give them their flowers for the week one. They did.
I'm not giving nobody their fucking flowers. They ain't earned that
No,
shit.
push the narrative, nigga. Are they gonna compete to win the Big Ten?
Can they beat the Blue Bloods?
Race for too long.
Exactly. Can they beat the Blue Bloods? We are in a Big Ten beast. Like you in the Big Ten beast, and don't let us get it together in East Lansing. Don't let us get it together in East Lansing. And then it's up there and it's stuck there. So at the end of the day, bro, again, Penn State, great win last week. Nothing against y'all. But y'all know what y'all got to do. James Franklin been there for too long to not have seen nothing transpire, bro. You done had generational talent there. And again, I feel like they got snubbed a couple years ago. That's my opinion. They got snubbed and they should have already been in there. But at the end of the day, that's that. We here now. And you still getting pieces to come to Penn State each year and compete. So now Ohio State looks down, beat their ass. Michigan, everybody talking about how the expectations is up here and they ain't put up 80 points how they were supposed to. Again, with all this expectation, what are y'all going to do, Penn State? How are y'all going to respond? Right now, I'm going to give y'all flowers. Fuck up again, y'all going to the MAC.
Whoa.
We shipping them back to the ACC.
Oh my God. He said back to the MAC. Wow. Wow.
Free Les Miles, baby.
Free Les Miles, man. Hey, sliding into the SEC. Talk about Les Miles, but we're going to talk about Jimbo, man. Them TMU boys out on College Station.
Yes,
Texas
sir.
A&M. Bruh, they slapped New Mexico State. But I got a narrative, man. Like, I feel like this got to be the year that we see a top 5 team out of Texas A&M. I think we got to.
Yep.
I think they have to. Because you seen back in 2021, first Jimbo signed his contract in 2017, 10-year, $75 million. Then they ran it back. He signed another 10-year. I think it was just an extension. Gave him another 20 on top of the 75. So $95 million, 2021. They beat Bama, right? Then they bounced back. They bounced back the next year and they just put up a dud. You know what I mean? It wasn't really a great season. They lost to App State. They were competitive in some of the games, but they lost a lot of close ones to some teams that they shouldn't have. You know what I mean? So I feel like this year, man, like Jimbo got to put them boys together down there in College Station, or you know they might break that contract on him. They might get him up out of there. And the reason I feel that way is because, like you said earlier, with the Haynes King situation, they had the #1 recruiting class. Like, what are you doing with those guys?
Yeah.
Are you putting those guys in the right places to succeed? Because there's no way I got the #1 recruiting class in the nation and I'm not competing for a playoff spot
of all time.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm not in a college football playoff with them guys yet. Get it? It takes about a year to develop them, whatever it is. But we need to be there. That's where we need to be. If we invest in this kind of money into you, we got the nil. You know what I'm saying? We got the nil to break off to them. It's Texas, baby. Every school down there got the nil to break off to whoever. But you only going to see the big dogs like Texas A&M, Baylor give off that real cheese. to some guys. So
Yeah.
this got to be that year, bro. That this is my narrative to push for Texas A&M. They got to be competing for a college football playoff spot this year. And if they do it this year and they top 10, I think they're gonna give Jimbo one more year of grace. I think they're gonna give Jimbo one more year of grace and like, okay, hey, we see it now. Hey, we believe in you. Do it next year. Because when the college football playoff rules change, when they have six teams,
24
next year, yeah.
Mhm.
So that's what I'm thinking, bro. That's really what I'm thinking. If we don't see Texas A&M competing for a college football playoff spot this year, then it's gonna have to be next year. And
I agree with
Jimbo
you, bro.
one more year, get grace.
Yeah,
Yeah, this is definitely that year because, like you mentioned that draft recruiting class, they brought Jimbo knew his offense was not kicking it right. It was not getting the job done in Aggie land, so he brought in Bobby Petrino from Louisville. Bobby Petrino is an offensive guru, so he knew, hey, I'm slacking on my duties, being the head man, being an offensive-minded head man. Let me bring in Bobby P with me and relinquish some of this responsibility. And we got to get this thing right now. So, yep, I agree with everything you said. The narrative is now for Jimbo and them boys.
Oh, yeah, it has to be because y'all don't let Georgia rise up from the ranks and do everything that you're supposed to do. You don't beat Bama. We don't pay for all this bread. We don't yank you from Florida State, who got Mike Norvell looking like he that guy. So at the end of the day, bro, Jimbo, don't play. Don't play, Jimbo. They won't look. Deion looking good.
Right.
I'm saying that right now only because I know it was talked about earlier today that a lot of these programs have seen what he's done, and they're like, you know what, we finna go out there and go get us a Deion.
Everybody not Deion, though. It's only one Deion.
You're right. Everybody not Deion, but everybody act like they got enough money to go get a Deion.
Hey, Texas A&M up 250 for Deion. I promise
up
you.
They definitely would.
They gotta get him.
Definitely
if they want to get a Deion, they gotta get Deion.
They gotta get
Right.
him.
Everybody trying to recreate that success, just like in NFL. When you seen them hire Sean McVay, everybody was going after a young coach. Fiery. It's a trickle down effect, but that's how it is. So I think today, to his point, if Texas A&M don't come correct, hey, he gonna come incorrect for real.
Like my dog Matt JB just said, #free Les Miles. If they don't get it done, Jimbo gone. Les Miles or Ed O.N. Right, bro. Hey, that's what
Les Miles.
That's how I call it.
Go Tigers.
Boo. Yeah, I'm sliding on Florida State for Texas A&M. Sorry.
That's I don't know if I do that shit.
What?
Nah.
You wouldn't leave Florida State for Texas A&M, SEC school?
I got a question for y'all.
What's that?
Chiefs or Lions? Thursday Night Football.
NFL talk?
NFL talk. We
What's the spread?
I'm not going to mention the book. But
what's the spread?
We've been talking about giving out plays on the pod. I'm going to give y'all a play right now that I just put together.
Parlay of the week.
I'll put this in early because I believe it. And I put a decent little wager on it. All right. I got Pat Mahomes throwing for 225.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Detroit Lions plus 24.5.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my God.
Nazareth.
Keep going.
That's and I got Kansas City money line right underneath that.
Of course you do.
Amir anytime tutty. Pacheco anytime tutty. Kelsey, it's like minus 4,500 odds for him to get 25 yards. I'm putting that on the slip. I'm sorry. Got to. Just for like a little cushion, bro. It's like a little bit. And I got David Montgomery for 40 yards rushing. That's my same game parlay for this Thursday.
And take it from the pump.
Tweaked out. He tweaked out, Sam. Hey, CeeLo, everything you said, I believe is gonna happen. That's a hitter, nigga. I'm with you. Squad ride.
Yeah,
you just got to get some more juice out of that. That plus 24 week. Go ahead and stand on that shit.
You know where the juice gonna come from?
Take plus 10.5. Take plus 7.5, bro. Don't take no plus 24 though.
Well, look,
you trying to get a guaranteed win. That's why.
Here's the thing, bro. Like we riding we sipping the Kool-Aid that they giving us all through our training camp in the summer. Look, bro.
For Detroit?
Yeah, bro. We know that Mahomes is absolutely surgical in prime time football, bro.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I don't give a fuck who it is that he's going up against, bro. Like that, he's going to be surgical.
Well,
And there's a chance. There's a chance that when we see the Chiefs in prime time, you know how they get.
Yeah.
They can either be lights out on defense or it's going to be a shootout. And that's the chance I'm taking with that plus 24.5. Because if they defense plays like that Super Bowl defense against a Detroit Lions.
Did they pay Chris Jones yet?
They saying Chris Jones might not play.
They saying he might not play.
Look. 34-21 Kansas City Chiefs. What's going to happen is Detroit Lions, they played great offensively last year. But can they stop anybody? They probably can't stop them niggas.
Yet to be determined.
They can't stop nobody. And the Lions play their best when nobody has expectations on them.
Yeah.
Now when everybody expects you to win.
No, that's only Michigan State. So.
No, them too. Because last year, bro, nobody expect them to be an inkling of being good. Everybody was like, Goff gotta go. Now everybody like Goff is a good quarterback. He can stay. He decent.
Right. Oh, I like him now.
Right.
Great
I didn't like
Kirk
him when they was
Cousins.
1-6.
Exactly.
Great value, Kirk Cousins.
So again, bro, at the end of the day, bro, what I see the Lions doing, I see them competing very well as a good team. Now I hate to be wrong and them beat these boys. Well, I would love to be wrong and them beat these boys. But at the end of the day, bro, it's the Chiefs. They just won the Super Bowl. They're gonna be getting their rings that night. Everybody gonna be hype as fuck. There's gonna be a lot going on. Mahomes not taking that L. I'm sorry. His daddy gonna be there. And not taking his L in front of his daddy, bro. We just gonna keep it a bean with you right now. He ain't doing that shit. They did not have him on quarterback for no reason for him to lose in the first game of the season to Detroit.
The quarterback ain't there this year. Hey, I'm just crazy enough to take the Lions money line.
Hey, we see what happened from Colorado. It can be done. It can be done. Shit.
I'm just crazy enough because of that distraction you just said. Actually, I'm gonna take the Lions to win this game.
Do that shit.
What distraction?
I think enough Michigan residents have put enough money on a book for the Detroit Lions to win that Vegas is like, yeah, I'm going to let the favorites win this game.
A new hotel
take control.
A new hotel going up.
All right, like
a new casino going up. Some going up.
Yeah.
But if Detroit win, I ain't gonna lie, if Detroit win, bro. If Detroit, it's gonna be some shit going on. It's gonna be some shit going on if Detroit win.
You know what's gonna happen in typical Detroit fashion? I can see this happening. They win this game, then they go on to lose 2 straight.
Right, to like Chicago.
After everybody like they just beat the Chiefs. That's what I'm envisioning.
Yeah.
That's what I'm projecting on the y'all.
All right, you know what I'm envisioning?
Some bullshit.
They lose and then win 8 straight.
You want to know what I really envision? Melly basically hit the nail on the head, but they're not gonna win. They're gonna compete and look good in prime time, and they're gonna run the ball very well for 150 yards, and they're gonna lose by 3, and it's gonna be a heartbreaker, America's sweetheart, the Lions. They're right there on the heels of the Kansas City Chiefs, and then they're gonna get bust down by Geno in Seattle. And Bijan gonna come put 200 yards on their head, and they're gonna lose to
L.
And they're gonna be 0-3, and niggas gonna be like, hey, Hendon Hooker knee all right yet? What's going on?
That's what I'm waiting on.
Play Teddy.
That's what I'm waiting on.
Where Teddy? He's still wearing 51. Run him.
He put that 10 ball on.
Yeah,
he put Teddy in that 10 ball.
That's what I'm expecting, bro. They're gonna put up a good fight this weekend, though. Thursday.
I think I ain't gonna say I think that was my narrative that I was gonna push, but the Chiefs, Chiefs prime time. Patrick Mahomes has not let me down.
I'm tired of betting against them niggas, bro. I lose every time.
Maybe even when you think he out the game. I think it was like the Raiders game last year. Like the Raiders seemed like they had him dead to right. Devontae Adams losing his mind. You know what I'm saying? Then they just fall apart. I seen it with the Chargers. I seen it with the Bengals. I seen it with the Bills. I'm
the
like,
Jags.
You getting a fresh Chiefs team with Justin Ross coming back, Sky Moore being at full go. Who else on their team? Who the other receiver? Kadarius Toney.
Rasheed Rice.
Yes. Come on.
Richie James.
Dog ass O-line. Richie James now. Pacheco gonna have and McKinnon? Like, come on, bro. At the end of the day, we know that the Chiefs don't got the best defense in the world. But at the end of the day, bro, we've seen Detroit make enough mistakes that some shit pop off. I don't know if they can go blow for blow with them.
But the Chiefs still got good DBs.
Yeah, and so I don't know if they can go blow for blow with KC how you want them to, because it's gonna be high scoring game. We just don't know. Like we don't know if they gonna go down and score. They gonna go down and score. We don't know that because they might fuck around, go down and score, get a stop, and the Chiefs gonna score again. Now we playing catch up. And can the Detroit Lions play catch up with Mahomes? Them, I don't know if they can do that because Andy Reid being Black Forces, he don't be for no funny shit like at all. Big Andy be on that, so I don't even know if you can play that game with them folks, dude. They big G's, like they don't play that shit. And KC,
yeah, bro, but that was my little narrative. Y'all got any? I'm gonna sprinkle something on them Lions money line with something else probably, and then do my Chiefs.
I hope y'all caught Colorado money line before. I think it's already like minus 166.
Yeah, I'm not touching Colorado until they lose.
That money line is insane.
Ain't even no money to be made.
They actually giving me a positive cash out right now. I put $16 on their money line. They giving me $18.60 cash out right now. I'm looking at $2. They give me $2. They give me $2 right now.
I told you what happened the other day, bro. I was in a group chat, bro, and the dude put like 200 or 20 on it or something like that, bro. And they gave him like a $3,000 cash out because he was it was like plus 900 and some shit like that, bro. And the odds like the first week. You gotta remember that odds was crazy.
Okay.
Odds was crazy, bro. So they gave him that cash out before that shit made that motherfucker happen.
Okay. He must have been on it early, but
yeah, he jumped on that shit way early, bro. But at the end of the day, man, these Detroit fans in the chat gotta stop it. Stop
Chris
it.
Jones.
Get some help. Get some help. We know. We understand. Look, Chris Jones, no Chris Jones or not. They got somebody on the other side. I forgot who it is, but they got somebody over there too who a dog. I just don't know who it is right now.
Who, Nick Bolton?
We got a Cowboys fan. I'm a 49ers fan. 2 Texans fans down there. Is y'all winning y'all week 1 game?
Hey, I'll go first because we Sunday night football prime time. We about to baptize the Giants. Last time Dak lost to the Giants, niggas was like in freshman year of college or something, bro. We're not losing to the Giants. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Hey, tell you about to baptize these boys.
No, we are not sliding to Baltimore and winning in Baltimore this week. Sorry. This is gonna be a rude awakening for the Rook.
Look, I told y'all Lamar won.
I got hope.
I don't.
I got hope. I can hope for the best. I hope for a dub, but we talked about it. Lamar on that MVP run this year.
You got tears in your eyes talking about this shit.
I do, because it hurt me. I got a Demaryius Thomas shirt on, bro. Come on,
RP my dog, man.
RP cuz. Like, I'm rocking this shit, man.
It's really crazy when you think about it, bro, because I had to argue with a dude last night for like 30 minutes. And he was like, the Texans this and Texas that. I'm like, yeah, we decent. But I promise you, bro, I don't want to scare our quarterback away because we going up to Baltimore week 1. And our quarterback, I'm sorry, he a good quarterback. He a rookie, but I don't want him playing this early.
I do, bro. I do.
I don't want him playing. I don't want him playing this early.
Thing,
I don't want to scare him the fuck away.
Here's
Even to see a real quarterback this Sunday. Look, I don't even want to do that to my dog.
He finna
take you so far,
see a mutant.
But look,
and Odell Beckham.
This is what D'Amico said. This is what D'Amico said. He said football is gonna be football anywhere you play it, and his plan is that he about to have them guys together. That's what he said. He said he want them together, discipline, and being a team when they go to Baltimore.
I was just
bro,
loser talk.
Ain't trying to win.
Fuck
right?
Look.
It sound like to me.
D'Amico talking like Houston ain't the type of team to fire their coach after 1 season. I love D'Amico.
Not him though. Not him.
No, they ain't gonna fire D'Amico. We hope not.
They'll fire CJ after 1 year though. Hey, y'all hope. Niggas talking about we got hope. I got hope. Yo, Hope is in North Carolina right now. He playing in his last year. His name, I have already mentioned, is Drake May. That's y'all hope.
I'm telling y'all this right now.
I ain't gonna say too much, man. We going to Pittsburgh.
We going to Travis Hunter.
Hey, look, bro. We going to Pittsburgh. We finna put them boys to sleep. Kenny Pickett them ain't no shit. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, I got Pittsburgh money line.
Brock Purdy.
Okay.
Is this elbow?
Keeping it a band. Pittsburgh always win week 1.
Pittsburgh definitely covered the spread week 1 for sure.
Always cover
Yeah,
the
Pittsburgh
spread.
always
You can pick up the spread, but they're gonna lose.
No, I don't want the spread. I want the money
I
line.
want the money line.
Go ahead, donate.
Big Nuke. That nigga not losing. Not to
Donate.
Brock Purdy.
Mike T not dare losing to Brock Purdy, bro.
He ain't losing to Brock Purdy. He losing to the 49ers, Negro.
Nah,
George Pickens finna go crazy on them DBs. We got half of your DBs down there in Houston.
Who cares?
Yeah, captain. Shit. Jimmy,
Right.
captain for us.
Yeah, bro.
That's
Fuck
cool.
San Fran.
That's cool. Y'all finna go 0-17.
Nigga,
What you on?
in
Bro?
the shit, man.
Man,
In the shit, bro.
You want to get the
Crazy.
talking spicy? We can really talk
Red
spicy
Kool-Aid
when
on his jersey.
CJ
Fuck
Stroud
no.
get down there and throw 3 picks and fumble.
All right, how your QB elbow? At least our QB can fucking throw the ball. What that nigga gonna do?
Yeah.
Win the game.
No, he not.
No, he's not.
Win the game.
He's not.
It's cool though.
Speaking of
Dak
Chaz?
contra days, buddy.
Chaz,
What up?
give us at what point do you see Trey Lance playing in Dallas?
This year.
Well, the answer is it's actually pretty simple. I see Trey Lance playing in Dallas pretty early, right? Because Trey Lance is he's a change of pace. And what Trey Lance is he's expendable and dispensable, which Dak is not. And if you look at the way football is being played more nowadays, a threat at the quarterback position is going to give you that next step, that edge over the defense. So I just see Trey being used like a red zone type guy, running some read option with my boy Deuce and TP. And I expect him to be used early, bro. We didn't grab him for nothing. And if he get hurt, who cares? See ya. Honestly, he's dispensable, bro.
Like the stream
so
if
he
y'all
gonna
want to
play.
see Trey Lance start for Cowboys.
Let me go like that shit.
But all right, man. Who's y'all? If we missed anybody on the players y'all saw in college football land or teams that we missed, y'all drop something in the comments. And do y'all got any narratives? Dak not winning the Super Bowl. He definitely not. But if y'all got any narratives to push, leave them in the comments. We leaving the stream up. It's gonna be on Spotify, Apple Music tomorrow. And I'm gonna see y'all
Comment
after
who
football
thought is
starts.
gonna be this year that the whole world going to shit, because last year was
It's gonna be
Nia
Mike's
Long.
fault.
And last year
Mike's
was
fault.
Nia Long. So this year, who gonna be the reason everything going to shit right now?
Nick Saban.
Nick Saban. I done heard Nick Saban.
I already touched on the narrative.
I heard all types of shit. I heard Kim Kardashian. I just want to know who thought is gonna be when shit go to shit. That's all I want to know is tell me
DJ
that.
Moore.
DJ Moore.
It's DJ Moore's fault. But all right, y'all. I'm gonna shoot us up out of here, man. It's been a pleasure, dog. Thanks for all y'all reaching out, subscribing, liking, interacting with the stream. And without further ado,